Welcome to the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl podcast, a place for you to find the courage you need to take the first step and every step thereafter to create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. I'm your host, health and life coach, Abby Hegney. Let's dive in. Welcome back to episode 48 of the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl podcast. Today, we are going to talk about the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method. If you have been listening to this podcast for a while, if you receive my emails or have been following me on social media, you have heard me talk about quieting your inner mean girl. What I believe to be the missing piece when it comes to losing weight and confidently keeping it off and creating habits that feel easy to maintain and to do it while living the life that you love. You have also heard me talk about confident mind and body, which historically has been my private coaching program. I have coached women inside Confident Mind and Body since I first became certified as a coach back in 2019. But as all good things do in life, Confident Mind and Body has evolved into my Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method. I am so excited to officially introduce you to my Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method today, which is still a 6-month private coaching program, just as Confident Mind and Body was. It is still completely personalized to you, to your goals, your body, and your life, but it now does so within the framework of a very simple, clear 5-step process. I've really been studying the changes my clients have been making throughout their time coaching with me and how it's possible that in just 6 months after struggling for years and years, they are losing weight and confidently keeping it off. They are feeling healthier and more confident in who they are, what they do, and they are creating habits that finally feel easy to maintain. A big part of that is having the personalized support of a coach, someone who can see their journey for what it is and not from the lens of their inner mean girl, of perfection and all or nothing mindset, or the mindset that we typically carry with us that creates overwhelm, confusion, and frustration, and ultimately leads to giving up or maintaining a lifetime access to the dieting roller coaster that so many of us have been on. But I've also noticed that throughout our sessions, especially those with some of my most successful clients, we spend very little of our time focusing on what the majority of people focus on when it comes to losing weight and being able to maintain it and creating healthier habits that leave you feeling more confident. We spend very little time focused on the specific foods they are eating, the specific amount of calories that they are consuming, the specifics of their portion sizes, or the amount of protein or carbs or fat that are in their diet. We spend very little time focused on exactly how they are moving their body and how often they're getting to the gym and whether or not they're lifting heavy weights. And that is not to say that those things aren't important. They are, they're very important. It's important to nourish our bodies with foods that bring us energy and make us feel good, foods that support our goal to lose weight and to feel healthier. It's important to move our bodies to support our mental and our physical and our emotional health. These pieces are important, and it's not that my clients and I don't talk about them. We absolutely do. We create a plan that folds all of those things into your life in a way that feels good to you without the overwhelm that often comes with thinking about all of the things that you have to do in order to reach your goals. When it comes to weight loss and creating consistency and habits in our lives, most of the plans out there, most of the stuff that you read on the internet addresses the what behind food and movement and stress, sleep, drinking, all of the different elements of our health. What they fail to address is the how and the why behind them. That is where my clients and I spend the majority of our time together. We break it down so you can see the patterns you have been living in and how they have been keeping you stuck. There is a lot of information out there that teaches you what to eat, what a balanced plate looks like, what an ideal exercise routine should include, what an ideal amount of sleep looks like, and what to do when you feel stressed. But the what doesn't tell you how to handle your inner mean girl. The what doesn't teach you how to make decisions that make you feel good and honor what you really want when your inner mean girl is telling you, I don't feel like it, or I don't want to. The what doesn't tell you how to handle your inner mean girl when she tells you that you don't want to eat another salad or that you have to eat the salad when you really want to eat the pizza. It doesn't teach you how to eat the pizza in a way that feels good to you and still supports your goals to lose weight. It doesn't teach you how to redirect yourself from believing that you fell off track or ruined all of your progress when you do eat the pizza. Knowing what workouts to do doesn't help you when your inner mean girl is telling you, I don't have the time to work out today, or I don't have the energy, or my kids need me. I never have time for myself. I'm just not motivated. Or when she tells you, you'll just start on Monday. It doesn't support you when you miss a day or two or more and your inner mean girl tries to convince you, what's the point? Knowing what to do doesn't help you through the guilt that you feel when you don't do it, or when you think about the time you're taking away from your kids to take care of yourself. It doesn't help you through the stress that you feel to always be on, to be there for everyone and everything else who needs you the moment that they need you. It doesn't teach you how to speak kindly to yourself when your inner mean girl is comparing you to everyone else and telling you that they can do it, but you can't. Knowing the what doesn't teach you to find confidence within yourself when you feel like nothing you do is right. Knowing what to do addresses a broader why. Eat balanced meals because it gives your body everything that it needs. Incorporate strength training to build muscle to support your health as you age. There is a broad why behind the what, but it's the why of your everyday that matters most. And that is not addressed because you found the perfect plan or you did all of your research. The perfect plan doesn't address why you eat the entire bag of chips when you only wanted a small amount. It doesn't address why you snooze the alarm until eventually you turn it off, even when you really wanted to get into that morning routine. It doesn't address why you scroll your phone instead of going for the walk that you wanted to take, or why you set a plan for yourself and then talk yourself out of it. This is where the quiet your inner mean girl method comes in. First and foremost, it addresses your inner mean girl, that voice inside your head that keeps you stuck, the one that pulls you back into the comfort of what you know as soon as you draw up the courage to go for the change that you want. The voice that convinces you that you can't do it, that you don't have the time or the energy, the one that fears doing another thing that may not work and would rather you do nothing than potentially do something that may not work again. We revert to these stories of your inner mean girl without even realizing that they're a choice. But in the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method, you build awareness of these stories, every flavor of them, and you start to catch them and the spiral that they want to take you down. And the more that you catch them, the quicker and quicker you become at catching them. And before you know it, you see them coming before they ever pop up. And I tell my clients all of the time, it's not about eliminating your inner mean girl. What we do is identify when she's holding you back, when she's keeping you from something that you really want, something you're capable of achieving, something that's possible for you. And we create a plan for how to quiet her down and make decisions that feel good to you, that move you closer to where you want to be, even when she may be there. And the more that you do this, the quieter her voice becomes, the more confident you feel, the more in control you feel, and the more you understand why you are choosing to do the things that you do. It's about choosing things that work with your life. In the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method, we call this creating a feel good plan. When you focus on creating a feel good plan that works with your life, all of your favorite parts of your life starts to fold in a way that feels good for you. You don't have to cut out pizza and wine if you love pizza and wine. Instead, you learn to eat pizza and drink wine in a way that feels good for you, for your goals, and the life that you want to be living. If you don't want a life without pizza and wine, cutting out pizza and wine in order to lose weight will never work for you long term. It's what's keeping you on the dieting roller coaster. It's what's keeping you stuck. But when you learn to eat pizza and drink wine in a way that still allows you to lose weight, that is something that is yours forever. Weight lost while living your life is weight lost forever because you never feel deprived. You're never waiting until you get there to enjoy your favorite things again. You're enjoying your favorite things throughout the entire process, just in a completely different way. So often women get caught up in doing it right. I see this all of the time. So many of my clients come to me with an all or nothing hangover. They've been going all in and all in hard, trying to do it perfectly and do all of the things right. But then as soon as they miss a day or they go off plan, it's all over and they're out and they're left with nothing. And then they start again and they fall into the same trap of all or nothing. There is no right way to do it. There's the way that is right for you and your life. That is what we focus on in the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method. It creates more accessibility. You go from, I don't have time for this, to this is what I have time for today. And because you know how to quiet your inner mean girl, you're no longer pulled down by the thought it's not enough. That one shift is so powerful. It creates so much opportunity for you. It opens you up to one step you can take today. That is the energy that creates momentum and motivation and consistency. That is what creates habits that feel easy to maintain. As you focus on things that work with your life, that feel good to you, that create momentum and motivation, you start to trust yourself and your body. Now, doubt may still be there because sometimes, no matter where we are or how confident we are in what we are doing, doubt still shows up. The difference is when you trust yourself and your body, you don't let the doubt stop you. You allow it in and you allow yourself to move through it. You start to see that there is no track to fall off of, and there is no way that you can be behind in your own life. Those are and have always been stories of your inner mean girl, holding you back from what you really want and what you are truly capable of achieving. The more you build trust in yourself and your body, the more you pick things right back up. You keep going. You don't give up or throw in the towel because you missed a day or two or more. You trust that you can miss days and pick it right back up. You trust that you can go on vacation, that your routine can be completely out of whack, and you can get right back to it when you get home. You trust that if you step on the scale and see that the number hasn't changed, or even that the number has gone up, you know that it will come back down. You have your own back. Building this trust is one of the key steps of the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method. It's been what has supported my clients in creating change so quickly because it keeps them moving forward. I was just speaking with a client the other day, and she was celebrating that earlier that week, she had put on a pair of jeans that she thought would fit. And when they were a little tighter than she wanted them to be, she was able to catch her inner mean girl telling her that she wasn't making progress, that she should be further along. And because she's now so well acquainted with those stories, she was able to catch them quickly and remind herself that she's just not there yet. That one simple word, yet, reminded her of the progress that she's been making and the progress she is still making. In that moment, she trusted her journey. She could have easily fallen victim to her inner mean girl. When you don't trust yourself, that is what you are quick to do. You're quick to believe that it's not working, it's not happening fast enough. You're quick to believe that you can't do it, and you're quick to give up. But when you trust yourself, you keep showing up. You keep taking steps. No step is too small when you trust yourself. And when you trust yourself to keep going, you stop relying on motivation. You become the creator of motivation in your life. Life is a series of high motivation days and low ones. The problem is most people rely on the high motivation days to move themselves forward. But if you're reliant on motivation to show up and take action to bring your goals to life, you're only ever going to show up 50% of the time at best. In the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method, you learn to take advantage of those high motivation days. Absolutely. We all want to take advantage of the high motivation days. They're incredible. But more importantly, you learn to navigate the days when your motivation is low. Sometimes that's recognizing that you're not feeling that motivated, but having a plan for how you want to feel and knowing what feels good for you and your life and what decisions you want to make and how to honor that plan is an incredible motivator. It's an incredible step for you to take forward, even when motivation is not there. And sometimes it's recognizing that you're not feeling motivated and it's making the decision to relax, to give yourself a day to not feel motivated without it taking you down the spiral of, I messed up, I fell off track, I can never stick with anything. It's so subtle, and yet it creates such a different ripple in your life. I think when you can navigate the low motivation days, how you would navigate a high motivation day, everything changes. It doesn't matter where you are or what challenges come your way, you know that you're just one decision away and you trust yourself to make the decision that feels best for you that day. Whether that's to move yourself forward or to take a day for yourself and just be without it making it mean anything about you or your ability to achieve your goals. And the final step of the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method is to focus on your now. The body you have now, the time you have now, the life you are living now. For so long, I could not wait to get there. I thought when I lose the weight I want to lose, when I see a certain number on the scale, I'll feel more confident. I thought that when I was finally in the perfect routine, I would feel happier. Or, sounds so ridiculous to say, but it's so true. When I thought, when my stomach is flatter, I'll feel more comfortable in my own skin. But here's the thing, if we associate feeling more confident and more comfortable in our own skin or enjoying our lives more with being there, we will always be waiting for the next there. And it turns out that that is a very defeating mentality to have. It keeps you chasing the next there or waiting until you get there to start. Because the there could be waiting until your life slows down, until you have more time, until the kids are out of school or back in school, or until they're older in order to start. It's a perpetual cycle of needing things to be different, to take action, or to feel better about yourself. But your life is always happening now. When you ground yourself in a now mentality, when you meet your body where it is now, when you use the time you have now, however much or little that is, when you obsess over the life you have now, you stop trying to do it perfectly. You stop looking for the perfect plan. You stop obsessing over the scale. You pull yourself back from comparing yourself to others. And when you do this, you open yourself up to finding what works for you and your life. That is when losing weight starts to feel easier. When you create habits that you feel with confidence you'll be able to maintain. It's when you let go of the guilt and the pressure and you start to feel free. Free from diets and restrictions, free from food and from perfection, free from comparison, free from trying to shove your big, beautiful life into a box that it was never supposed to be in the first place. You feel free to do it your way. This is the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method. I get asked all of the time, do you give me a meal plan or a workout routine? And my answer to that is always no. I give you a transformation for the rest of your life. That is why my clients are getting such incredible results. They are mastering these 5 skills. And when you master these 5 skills, they are yours for the rest of your life. I want to invite you to join me to do it differently, to get off the roller coaster of diets and restrictions and all or nothing and perfection that you have been in, and to use the next 6 months to set you up for a lifetime of change. Spots are available right now for one-to-one coaching. You can schedule your free consultation going to the show notes. And let me just tell you, scheduling that call is the single most powerful step that you can take to tell your inner mean girl, you better watch out. I'm coming for you. If any of this resonated with you, if any of it sparked something in you that you thought, this is exactly what I need, schedule that free consultation. Let's talk. It's time to quiet your inner mean girl and create habits that finally feel easy to maintain and to lose weight and confidently keep it off. All right, my friends, I cannot wait to talk to you. And I will be back next week with another episode. If you are loving this podcast, please subscribe, rate, or review. Or if you know someone who would benefit from this message, please share it with them. And if you are ready to quiet your inner mean girl, to create habits that make you feel amazing, to to lose weight and confidently keep it off while living the life that you love, I invite you to schedule your complimentary 60-minute consultation. We'll discuss where you are, where you want to be, and how my Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method can help you create the future that you want. You can find the link to book your call in the show notes, or you can also connect with me directly on Instagram at Wellness with Abby H. I can't wait to talk to you.